$25,000 in Coast Guard fines. These are 12 fuel system violations that can cost boat owners up to this amount in penalties. And most recreational boaters have no idea they're breaking federal law. With 2024 recording the lowest boating fatalities in 50 years at 556 deaths, you might think safety regulations are working. But machinery failures still ranks as the fourth leading cause of boating incidents, accounting for 289 cases with 13 deaths and 94 injuries. The Coast Guard enforces fuel system regulations under 33 CFR Part 183 that most boat owners never learn about until it's too late. These aren't suggestions. They're federal requirements with real financial consequences. The adjusted civil penalty amounts that took effect December 29, 2025 can hit recreational boaters with thousands in fines for violations they didn't even know existed. The urgency is real because gasoline vapors are heavier than air and settle in your boat's bilge, turning enclosed spaces into potential bombs. 31% of fire and explosion accidents stem from accidental fuel or oil releases in engine rooms. Modern ethanol E10 and E15 fuels have intensified these risks by causing permeation issues through older hoses and degrading FRP tank structures. One improper component, one overlooked regulation, and you're facing both safety risks and substantial penalties. Let's break down the 12 violations that trigger the highest fines, starting with the most commonly overlooked. Violation number 1. Every inboard gasoline engine installed after April 25, 1940 must have an acceptable backfire flame arrestor. This isn't optional equipment, it's federal law. The flame arrestor prevents exhaust backfires from igniting fuel vapors by absorbing heat through its metal grid. Boat owners get caught when the arrestor lacks an airtight connection to the carburetor's air intake. The elements must stay clean, and those metal grids need to be tight enough to prevent flames from passing through. Many owners neglect maintenance or install automotive versions instead of NMMA certified marine-approved units meeting UL Standard 1111 or SAEJ 1928. Violation number 2. Boats built after July 31, 1980 with gasoline engines must have operable ventilation systems meeting 33 CFR 183.610 requirements. Even older boats must meet minimum USCG ventilation standards, often requiring bilge blower installations. You must ventilate for at least 4 minutes before starting any gasoline inboard engine. Bilge blowers specifically designed for marine use feature ignition protection and corrosion resistance. Using automotive fans or inadequate marine blowers violates federal requirements and creates explosion risks. Violation number 3. This violation catches many boat owners during routine maintenance. Engine room fuel hoses must be USCG Type A1 or A115, meeting SAEJ 1527 Class 1 requirements and passing the 2.5-minute fire test. The new A115 designation limits vapor permeation to just 15 grams per square meter in 24 hours, compared to 100 grams for older hose types. Using automotive fuel line or incorrect marine hose grades violates federal standards. The permeation requirements exist because fuel vapors escaping through hose walls accumulate in enclosed spaces, particularly problematic with ethanol-blended fuels that increase permeation rates. Violation number 4. Federal regulations prohibit integral fuel tanks, where the hull forms part of the tank structure. Tanks must be separate, tested by manufacturers under 33 CFR 183.580, and marked with pressure ratings. They cannot support structural loads or deck components. Many custom installations violate these rules by using tanks as structural supports or integrating them with hull construction. Replacement tanks must meet both USCG safety standards and EPA emissions requirements, which means using non-certified tanks triggers violations under multiple federal agencies. Violation number 5. The EPA's evaporative emissions standards under 40 CFR, Parts 1045 and 1060, require specific fuel system components on boats built after certain dates. Replacing fuel tanks, caps, or hoses with non-EPA compliant parts violates federal emissions regulations beyond Coast Guard safety rules. This dual-agency enforcement means violations can trigger penalties from both the Coast Guard and EPA. Boat owners must verify replacement components meet both safety and emissions standards, a requirement many marine retailers fail to explain clearly. Professional marine surveyors, certified by SAMS or NAMS, can help identify these compliance issues during inspections. Violation number 6. Fuel pumps must mount on the engine or within 12 inches of the engine block. This minimizes pressurized fuel line length throughout the boat. Running long pressurized fuel lines through compartments creates multiple failure points and explosion risks. The January 29, 2025 ABYCH 24 standard update now permits in-tank fuel pumps beyond the 12-inch limit with Coast Guard policy acceptance, but only for systems meeting specific requirements. This 2025 update provides new flexibility while maintaining safety standards. Using non-compliant pump locations or installations violates federal positioning rules. Violation number 7. Carburetors must be marine-certified types designed to contain fuel during flooding or float valve failures. Automotive carburetors that appear identical lack internal modifications, preventing fuel spillage into boat compartments. The price difference tempts many owners to use automotive parts, but the internal fuel containment features in marine carburetors prevent catastrophic fuel spills. Using automotive components violates federal requirements and eliminates critical safety protections. Violation number 8. Hose clamps on fuel systems requiring Type A1 hose must pass the 2.5-minute fire test and withstand 1-pound tensile force without separating. Engine vibration loosens inadequate clamps, causing the 11% of outboard fires linked to fuel leaks from loose connections. Standard automotive clamps often fail these requirements. Marine-grade clamps feature corrosion resistance and maintain tension despite temperature cycling and vibration. Using incorrect clamps creates the most common fuel leak scenario in recreational boats. Violation number 9. Fuel filters must pass the 2.5-minute fire test and mount securely to engine or boat structure independent of fuel lines. The filter cannot stress the fuel line through its mounting arrangement. Installed systems cannot leak more than 5 ounces of fuel in 2.5 minutes during testing, including leaks from pumps and lines. Many aftermarket filters lack fire test certification, and improper mounting that loads fuel lines violates structural requirements. Violation number 10. A passenger vessel fuel spray fire occurred when a modified fuel hose replaced the original male-to-male coupling on a Detroit diesel engine, violating Coast Guard requirements for proper OEM equivalent parts. Substituting check valves with ball valves lacking relief devices violated 46 CFR 56.0710 piping rules. These incidents demonstrate how component substitutions, even seemingly minor ones, create compliance violations and safety risks. Every fuel system component must meet original specifications or approved equivalents. Violation number 11. Tank vent systems must prevent water entry per ABYCH 24.14.6 installation tests. Portable tanks must be self-sealing when detached from engines and cannot vent to atmosphere when connected. Many boat owners install automotive tank vents or modify marine vents in ways that compromise water exclusion or emission control. Proper marine tank vents include integral water separation and emissions control features required for compliance. Violation number 12. Turnplate tanks using tin-lead construction are banned due to corrosion susceptibility. Black iron or carbon steel tanks require galvanization inside and outside. Ferrous materials cannot be foam encased due to hidden corrosion risks. FRP gasoline tanks face particular challenges with modern ethanol-blended fuels, causing permeation and structural degradation. While not prohibited, FRP tanks must meet all federal requirements, despite ethanol compatibility issues with E10 and E15 fuel blends. The Coast Guard's Notice of Violation program offers expedited settlement for many violations, but penalties vary by violation severity and party classification. Commercial entities face full penalties, while recreational boaters receive 50% reductions for most violations. However, serious violations or repeat offenses within 12 months can trigger maximum penalties, reaching $25,000 for certain violations under the Federal Boat Safety Act's inflation-adjusted penalty schedule. The enforcement reality is straightforward because gasoline evaporates into flammable vapor that's denser than air. This vapor accumulates in hatches, bilges, and cabins, creating explosive mixtures that detonate when they contact ignition sources. With machinery failure causing 289 incidents in 2024 and fuel-related fires representing significant portions of boat fire statistics, proper fuel system compliance isn't just about avoiding fines. It's about preventing the catastrophic explosions that turn routine boating into tragedy. Understanding these 12 violations and maintaining compliant fuel systems protects both your safety and your wallet in an increasingly regulated marine environment.